before we begin the unboxing of this deck, I wanted to just tell you a little bit of information that's on Ian Daniels' site about this deck. Basically, he says that this is a magical system to create, your own enchantments and magic spells, and this deck employs the use of elements, symbolism, different like maybe like correspondences, like there's color correspondences, things like that on here. He does call it an oracle deck, but it takes from, like I said, like a Celtic system. So here there'll be images of Celtic deities, Celtic fairies, things like that, so that you can basically use this tool as a visualization, but also on the back of the cards you'll have information about kind of like correspondences, I want to say, or associations, I guess would more be a better way of saying it. So you can use these in any variety of combination. I would suggest reading the guide first, reading the website first. I would suggest reading the guide and going through once you have your deck. But read the information on the site to see if this is something that you're interested in, because it's not your typical oracle deck. He does say that some of the things he borrows from the major arcana and tarot, so it's definitely something different. But I just wanted to just give like a little bit of a background, I guess, to this deck before we go on to see the cards. So without further ado, let's take a look at this deck. Welcome back to my channel. This will be a video of an unboxing of the Faerie Enchantments Oracle deck by Ian Daniels. So I just got it today, so I wanted to open and share the images with you all. So let's begin. Well, here's the box. It feels like a pretty sturdy box. Here's the back of the box. Let's see if my nails are strong enough, and they're not. Naturally. So I'm going to use some scissors. Oops. Try not to damage the box, but I might have scratched it. Anywho. Such is life. Yeah, I scratched the box. Oh well. Can't really see it. The lid is over where I scratched that, so. Okay, so let's get this thing open. Okay, so here's the booklet that comes with the oracle deck, and it's black pages, white print. So it has the images in the booklet. So you'll have some information, it seems, in this booklet. Here's the table of contents, which I don't know if you'll be able to see well, but table of contents. So you have the Hedge Witch, Faerie Enchantments, the elements, witchcraft, alchemy, bewitching, magic numbers, the perfumed garden, divination, fairy runes, magic charms, the Book of Shadows, the cards, nature spirits, the crow, the crow and the bride, the secrets, and the fairy court. So that's the kind of information you'll have in here. There's a chart also with zodiac information and the cards. So let's just show the cards, shall we? Oh my goodness, I like the edging color. It is well, it's almost pink, but I think it's more of a rose gold. I don't know if you can see it here, but I think it's almost more like a rose gold than anything else. So here you have, and I'll just flip through the cards. On the back of the cards, you'll see there's information there, the name of the cards, and what it stands for, and correspondences. So that's on the back of each card. So I'm not going to flip over each card per se, because that will take up a lot more time. So I'll show you the cards. So we'll start, well, I guess you'll see the back that way. I'll just flip it to see the back. So I wonder if I should zoom in some here. There we go. That should make things easier. So I've not had the chance to flip through the deck. I've seen some of the images online and on Ian Daniels' site, and I knew it was a very dark deck. I don't have his tarot deck. Is it a tarot deck that he came out with before? I want to say it was a tarot deck like this, but don't quote me on that. It's a deck I would love to have, but I decided to purchase or pre-order this Faerie Oracle deck. And I just found a lot of the images very intriguing. I don't know that I have a preference of whether a deck is dark or not. I do have a few dark decks that you've seen over the years. I have that Ludi Loscott tarot deck, and those Anne Stoke decks, and some other tarot decks that I would classify as dark. I don't know that I have any dark oracle decks. Trying to think, because I don't consider that Victorian oracle deck as dark per se. I think it is a deep deck. I think that it causes a lot of introspection, but I would not classify it as dark to me. I do have some other like I said, tarot decks that are dark, but I do have the Victoria Francis deck, and I'm trying to remember if it's a tarot or oracle deck, only because I have not gone through the deck yet, so I can't remember when I purchased it if it was an oracle deck or a tarot deck, but I will do a video on that one as well. Basically going through the cards. I always find for me that when I want or I'm looking into tarot decks and oracle decks, I always love videos that show all the cards. I just want to see all of them, you know. I do like somewhere, you know, I go online and I look at some of the images, but I would like to see all of them personally. So and it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a review of the deck or a, you know, discussing the deck. There's a few people that they do videos where they just show all the cards in the deck. And I find them to be very helpful for me. Because if I see some of the images and I might like some of them, and I might not like all of the images I see, but if I only see some, and then it turns out that I don't like most of the deck. I don't want that to happen. So I prefer those videos that goes through the deck. So I find them helpful, so I hope that others find this helpful in seeing the deck. I do like that there are no borders. I don't have an issue with borders, other than I'm not a fan of decks that the borders are so predominant. I do like small borders if they're borders, but I don't have a preference of no borders or borders kind of thing. So I don't really even endeavor in trimming my decks, although there are some that I've seen trimmed that I'm thinking I do like that better trimmed. So we'll see if I ever get up the courage to do such a thing, but I always think I'm going to ruin my cards. I don't have a steady hand. That's my issue. So, but that is the Ian Daniels Fairy Oracle deck, and I ordered it on his site. If I remember, I'll put a link to it in the description if I remember, and well, we all know how my memory is. It's practically non-existent. So, so thank you for watching, and blessed be. Bye.